Hello family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sister T. Yes, if it is your first time here, please like, share, subscribe so that when I load another video, you're also among the first people that will see it. Today, guys, we are talking about the you, the one that's watching this video right now. We are talking about your talent. We are talking about what drives you. We are talking about your purpose and why you are existing, of which a lot of us, we don't exist simply to breathe in and out and then die at the end of the day. There is a higher purpose that we are here to serve. uh, we are told by scholars that we are body, soul, and spirit, and the body is just simply a cover, and if we are spirit, we are serving in a broader sense of what actually to align with the universe. But now, when we come into this body, we develop, we go to school, there's a system in place which I would say is not a natural system. There's a system in place which is designed by men, which now dictates how we should live our lives. And at the end of the day, we lose the essence of who we are. We lose the understanding and the mandate that we have within us that we're supposed to fulfill. You find a little girl, very young, small, I don't know, very young, a little girl, she can sing. Where does she learn those skills of being able to put together the right notes and anything that has to do with singing? Where do they learn it from if nobody else has taught them? They're still infants, rather, maybe a little girl, 1 year, 2 years, whatever, but you can see that already there's a talent there. Those are the talent that we need to nurture. I was now recently listening to Bob Proctor, and he said something very important. He said that the time you realize what you are, you discover what you are born for, it's the day that you find yourself. Because we have people who have talent and who have not explored those talents. That's one other thing that he said, is that we are not aware of the talent. The only things that consume us is the system. As soon as the child is 5 years, 6 years, then we take them to school. I would actually respect the kindergarten, because that's where they can play with toys. That's where they can discover who they are, because it's something that will appeal to them, But as soon as now they start to go to school, nothing wrong with the school, nothing, I don't know. Maybe if the system of the school was different, in order to groom whatever talent that the child has, would have served a bigger purpose, But now we are taught like an octopus, or we are taught about what's this thing, man? Yeah, I forgot the name of the thing, but
Locust.
then we have to dissect it and be able to tell you, this is the leg, these are the eyes, these are the eyes, these are this. But then, what does that have to do with me? What does that have to do with my future? What is it building me for? Is it helping me in any way? And now, when someone becomes what a parents would say, they're disrespectful, maybe they don't want to go to school, they just want to follow their dreams, then because of education system is made to become a culture, then we look at that child as being difficult, as being indifferent, as being funny. We don't see that it's someone trying to find their path within this big ball of the universe. Because the world, as in like the globe, the mountains, and the whatever it is that is happening in the world right now, it might look like it is part of the world, but there is a broader sense of existence, a broader sense of the universe, the broader sense of I don't know how to put it, but then at the end of the day, there are spheres within this universe that we are unable to tap into because we have been um, uh, indoctrinated to believe that everything as it is now, it is a form of existence. And yet there is things that even yourself, let's just take a simple thing like a deja vu. Every one of us will, in some time in our life, will experience that deja vu. You ask yourself, what is a deja vu? Why does this thing feel familiar? Why does it feels like I've been there? That is to show you that there are parts of the world, the parts of existence that we are not aware that we are part of, you know. Now, when it comes to talent, we have people who are just talented public speakers. We have people that are talented, we normally see in the internet. We'll see a little girl or boy, they're young, in a measure of years, because that's how we measure wisdom these days. That's how we measure knowledge these days, in how old are you. But then there is a knowledge that is embodied inside of our body. There is a knowledge that is inside each and every one of us that we have not tapped into. And that's where a talent stems from. Someone, a little girl, now she's selling a lot of her paintings, but she's of her paintings, she paints herself. And that thing alone, it shows you that we are more than just the system. We are more than just waking up and getting our 9 to 5 job and accustoming ourselves with how things should be according to who knows what, you know. But now, if someone is not happy with their current situation in terms of expressing themselves, because if you are a teacher and you love being a teacher and you do it from a place of it is your purpose, it is different than someone who went to school and learned the modules and then came back and applied those modules. That is as far as they can go. But someone who, yes, might have gone to the institution of learning to become a teacher, when they come back, they broaden the scope of their talent, or they broaden the scope of whatever it is that they have acquired through the educational system. Now we see people who can sing, we see people who can draw, we see people who can do so many other things. It's like someone who can cook. Their sense of smell, their sense of being able to find the different spices. If I mix the spice with that knowledge alone, it does not come naturally to somebody else, but to that particular person it comes naturally and effortlessly so. Now, if you are doing something that you're passionate about, if you find yourself, I think the day you discover that I've tried, like myself, there's things that I know that I cannot do. I cannot do, no matter how hard I try. I cannot do. But there are things when I'm in that space, a space of creativity, a space of expressing myself, expressing a space of seeing this color and that color, putting it together, a space of um of illuminating myself with a beauty that somebody else might not think is beautiful. That's when I come alive, and that's when I can be more productive. But in a space where it's a mandatory thing that you have to do for you to be able to survive, then you are not happy. And because we are spirit, the aura around you will actually exudes, because in how impatient you will be, in how moody you will be, in how gloomy you will be. You know what I mean? Now, we need to, as human beings, find ourselves and express ourselves. I believe if we can have the world that is full of people who understand their talent and express their talent and not being judged by their talent. Look at an artist, give an artist a room and then with lots of colors, and then you say, create something. It might look like a vacuum, but because they have this creating thing within them, by the time they leave that room, you will not be able to recognize that room because it will be totally transformed to something very, very beautiful, you know. Now, uh now, we need to find that space, and we need to teach our children, especially amongst the Black people. We've got kids that are so talented, but because we don't know what to do with this powerful force that is called talent, this powerful force that is in line with the universe, we are unable to groom it, because all that we know is that you have to go to school, you have to go to school. We preach that's the height of their ambition, that's the limitation, that's the boundary, that's the a corridor that they need to go through in order for them to step on the other side of success. And yet there are other people, like now we've just recently found out, or recently seen the guy who creates beautiful art using plastic. I would not have thought about that. Somebody else would not have thought about it. But because it's something that is inside of him, and he's able to make beautiful, beautiful art, you know? So, and with that, they're able to live. Give someone who's a true preacher, a pastor, whatever it is, give them a pulpit or give them a situation. It can be a good situation or a bad situation. Because something is inside of them, they would know what to say, how to say it, and it would reach to the soul of that particular person. Whether it is to groom them to become the better people that they can be, or maybe to comfort them in their current situation, then they don't have a problem with that. Now, if we can find it within ourselves, and let's talk about our kids, let's talk about our children, let's talk about the next generation. Right now they are technologically advanced, and there's so much, actually it opened up so many doors for them, because they are not limited to the educational system in terms of sitting in a class for so many hours and listening to the teacher. They can just go onto their cell phone and then get the same amount of education that they would have gotten, but some of the information that they will get, it's something that has been practical. It's better than something that is written on a book. It's something that is practical, and it's something that they can use to relate to their current situation in order for them to put two together and come up with a solution for their own lives. You know what I mean? Now, let's groom our kids to, or rather support them in their endeavor in terms of what they want to explore to, and maybe help them to find out exactly what is it that pushes them to do that, because sometimes they would like to copy somebody else because it's a trendy thing. Teach them to be peculiar, teach them to be unique. Peculiar in a sense that they taking plastic and creating art, it is peculiar because nobody else has done it before. And if you find yourself in a space doing something that nobody has done and someone else believes in you, it's such a powerful boost. So we need to encourage our kids, we need to talk to our kids and tell them that you can do it, you are powerful. There is no one should tell you otherwise about how powerful you can be. And we will create a better tomorrow for our children. We will create a better tomorrow for the generation to come. I love you.